see, the trail's literally blasted in the side of the cliff here.
It's all granite?
Yeah, it's all granite. The Sierras are all granite.
What camera did you bring?
Olympus stylus with an 80mm zoom. Here I'm crossing that snowfield that right below the notch. There's a little frozen lake down on the right there.
Are you like sinking in almost to your knees in
Yeah.
places? Oh,
Yeah.
Had anybody, were there steps in it?
Yeah, there were steps. This is Scalpel
Oh, so you missed that.
at Forester Pass looking north. And this is looking south from Forester Pass. There's those frozen lakes. Bighorn Plateau's that plateau on the left there, right above the frozen lake where I was standing earlier. And this is just some really blue water coming down off Forester Pass. Beautiful little valley. These next couple pictures are just mind-blowing.
Oh, that's
So
beautiful.
pretty.
Oh,
It's like something in Switzerland.
this is
Bullfrog Lake. And this is John, the fellow who took me in at John and his girlfriend Mary at Bishop.
Did you go fishing too?
No, I just hung out. Took a bunch of showers. I didn't want to go back into the woods with a rash, you know.
No, I think, didn't you ask, did she go fishing too?
Oh yeah, she did.
She,
Yeah, I thought you said, did you go fishing too?
I had a quick fling.
Yeah, no, exactly. And, so
You can borrow my car, my house, my girlfriend.
That's later in the trip.
So this is another beautiful lake in the High Sierra.
was Bullfrog Lake the one that you wrote about?
Yes.
You got to hike back.
Yeah, that was that previous
Yeah.
lake that I took a picture of.
This is still June, right?
And this is early June. This is us coming down off of Glen Pass. Fanny pack leading the way there. It was a little sketchy. I mean, that snowfield was slick and it did not have a good run out. If you slipped, you were not going to be a happy camper. Yeah, ski poles were definitely good. This is some pretty lakes, just Ray Lakes they're called. A series of lakes in this valley I'm walking through.
Did you swim in all of these?
I swam in a lot of them.
Oh, God, it had to be, oh my God, it had to be cold.
It was cold. They were cold.
Oh.
Definitely
Did your
cold.
hands warm up?
As soon as you started walking, you know, within minutes, you're fine.
And then when I did freedom,
But this is a little rickety bridge across one of the creeks, one of the few bridges on the trail. Most streams you just had to walk through.
That's a nice scoop.
you had sandals with you though, right? Tonight?
I didn't know. I just
Oh,
had my
no?
tennis shoes. Yeah, I didn't bring in
Okay.
pair of camp shoes. The tennis shoes were so comfortable, I didn't feel like I needed a pair of camp shoes.
And they lasted, you know.
Well, I mean, I went through 3 pairs.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like,
Yeah.
What
I
kind
could
were
get
they?
by one pair.
Montreal.
Uh-huh.
Montreal Vitesse. Those are pretty good running shoes. It's getting up near Pinchot Pass here. Just looking south. High Sierra scenery. Beautiful lakes. This is Upper Valley it's called. There's a trail on the lower left. Palisades with the high peaks there on the right horizon. And just below them and just before them there's a little pass in that mountain wall. It's another pretty valley.
God, after getting out of the desert, this was felt great.
It felt amazing.
Oh,
I mean, it's just so beautiful.
oh.
I'm standing above a waterfall. I'm walking solo at this point. I'm trying to catch up to the people that I left behind when I got off the trail.
And there's other PCTers?
There were, but I wasn't walking with any of them this day. I caught up to a few people. This is Muir Pass. There was a hut up at the pass, and I caught up to some folks up there and spent the night. The pass is right below that mountain. If you follow the slopes down to the right, the trail just kind of snakes right below those slopes, and there's a little hut up there, a stone hut at 12,000 feet. And when you stand at that hut, you do a 360, you can't see a single living thing. I mean, you feel like you're in Alaska. This is Helen Lake, named after one of Muir's daughters. And we're getting up towards the hut. And there I am at the hut. Amazing place to spend the night. It's just, man.
How many people could fit in?
You could probably fit 15, 20 people in there. There were 3 of us, so. Nova, the guy taking the picture, and Foxtrot, who shows up a little later in the evening. And it's sunset, you know. Can't see anything alive.
What's inside the hut? Is there anything?
There's a little fireplace. For what purpose? I have no
There's
idea.
no
Because there's no
wood.
wood, you know. I guess maybe people would horse pack
There's no
wood up
dung.
there. Yeah. So, but other than that, there's some little ledges that you can sit on, and that's where we slept. And it's just basically a stone floor. It's all stone. The amazing thing about this picture is that this is at 12,000 feet, and you can't see a single living thing. The next day, I walked 20 miles, and it was all downhill. And the valley you walk through is called Evolution Valley, and it's so named because you start at the tundra, like, you know, similar to above the Arctic Circle, and by the time you get down to the bottom of the valley, you're in the biggest trees of the trip, and you're near hot springs, and you're just around incredibly lush vegetation. So it's just like such an incredibly diverse day. And the valleys just goes on forever, and it's so long. You just go through all the life zones. This is a trail looking back at Muir Pass, and if you look at the very top of the pass, you can see the little, it looks like a rock, that's the hut.
Yeah.
How many socks did you carry at a time?
Just one.
One
Couple.
pair of socks?
Couple. Yeah, like two pair of socks. Yeah. I basically at the end of the day I'd put on the fresh pair and
Yeah.
wash the pair that I walked in that day, and then the next morning I would walk in the pair that I just put on the previous night, and you know, so I just alternate every day. I'd wash the pair that I just walked in and wear the next pair for the next day's walk.
What kind of socks are they?
Just really thin nylon kind of polypropylene socks.
Just liners or
Just
Or
liner
maybe
socks.
just-
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. That's what it was.
no wool.
That's beautiful.
No, well, yeah, this is just such. Yeah, man. I mean, I've never seen such a clear reflection of a lake before.
Let's put that slide up over here. This is the lake.
Sapphire Lake, so named because it's, you know, sapphire color. There I am standing right in front of Sapphire Lake with the peak behind me. Evolution Lake. And I, you know, getting down to some trees here finally, but I ran out of film unfortunately. So we skip ahead 40 miles to Goodall Pass. And just looking north to the Minarets and Banner and Ritter Peak right near Mammoth Lakes, California. Really beautiful area.
Yeah.
Rainbow Falls. Took a shower there.
Yeah.
That was not what the 12 showers were actually civilization showers. This doesn't count. That's like Shangri-La material there. Shadow Lake with a little stream flowing out, and Banner and Ritter Peak. There I am harvesting some onions for dinner.
Did you lose weight while you were doing this?
I'm sure I lost some, but not much. Like maybe 5 pounds, you know?
Wow.
Something like that. I don't know, I didn't really, I weighed myself after, I was like 160 and I started at about 165, so
Wow, that's
pretty much maintained my temperature, or weight rather.
good.
Yeah. These are some folks I hiked with for a few days. We were having dinner at Thousand Island Lake, one of Ansel Adams' favorite photography spots. Great camp spot that day. This is Donnie Pass at the southern boundary. No, it's not Donner Pass. That's further north. Donnie, that's at the southern boundary of Yosemite National Park. So we're entering Yosemite here. That's looking south, and this is looking north. That's Lyle Canyon, the famous bear country. You don't want to camp down there unless you want to get your stuff raided. That valley wraps around to Tuolumne Meadows, which is where I'm headed.